I am Destin Howard, and this is your WTRT Tigers Roar News Update for Friday, October 11th. In national headlines, there was a storm of impeachment news yesterday, and most of it centered around Rudy Giuliani, President Trump's personal attorney. Two of Giuliani's Ukraine contacts were arrested on charges of violating campaign finance laws, and now the feds are looking at Giuliani's financial dealings with the men. Lev Parnas and Igor Furman, who are powerful Republican donors, allegedly introduced to Giuliani's Ukrainian officials, who pushed unfounded theories about corruption and violating former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter. How much of this did Giuliani know or participate in? It's unclear, but the men are offered a chance to exchange information for leniency in sentencing that they may dish on the attorney's involvement. When asked about revelations, Trump yesterday said he does not know men. House Democrats also issued subpoena to Energy Secretary Ricky Perry for documents related to Trump's administration contacts with Ukraine. Adding to the mess, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's senior advisor resigned yesterday. Pompeo has been under pressure from the House Democrats over his involvement in the Ukrainian controversy. What's going on between NBA and China? Earlier this week, all of the NBA's official Chinese partners suspended ties with the league after Houston. Rockets general manager Daryl Morey tweeted support for pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong. The NBA apologized to China and distanced itself from Morey's words, but that caused its own backlash. Fans and U.S. politicians have been criticizing the league for seemingly patronizing profits over free speech and human rights. This has led some small-scale protests at NBA games, and now Nike and other big apparel companies could get robbed and because of their lucrative ties to both the league and Chinese consumers. In case you didn't know, basketball is a big business in China. The NBA lists 11 Chinese companies as its official partners in the country, and one analyst estimates the league's presence in China contributes 10% of its revenue. In other news, a report regarding the death of 17-year-old Laquan McDonald, who was fatally shot by a police officer in Chicago in 2014, reveals that investigators described as his elaborate cover-up by 16 officers, supervisors following McDonald's death. The 100 investigative documents released with the report accused 11 officers, including the one who fired the fatal shots, of making false statements to exaggerate the threat posed by the teen, who was black, according to the documents. 4 others allegedly failed to ensure the video or audio recording systems were working. And former lieutenant who led shooting investigation allegedly destroyed handwritten notes from the witnesses' interviews. Jason Van Dyke, the former police officer who killed McDonald, was convicted on the second-degree murder in January. In local news, the U.S. Department of Justice announcing the conviction of Dr. Frank H. Bynes, Jr. of Savannah. A federal jury found Bynes found guilty on 13 counts of unlawful dispensation of controlled substances and 3 counts of health care fraud. According to the Department of Justice, Bynes operated a pill mill dispensing massive amounts of controlled substances, usually in return for cash. In campus news, Professor Jason Michelow Johnson, now as the 2020 Dow Jones New Fund internship test for anyone interested in applying for the test, cover up 4 key areas: business reporting, data journalism, digital media, and multi-platform. Editing Professor Johnson can be reached by email at johnsonjm@savannahstate.edu. SSU's Visual and Performing Arts Department presents a group exhibition featuring artwork, distinguished faculty, alumni, and local artists that are friends of Savannah State family. The exhibition is open in the Kennedy Fine Arts Gallery until Saturday, November 2nd. A reception will be held Thursday, October 24th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Gallery hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., free and open to the public. In sports news, Savannah State Volleyball will play a home game tonight in Tiger Arena against the conference foe Fort Valley State. After a heartbreaking 19-24 loss to Charleston Southern last week, the Savannah State Tigers plan to bounce back against the 2018 SWAC champions Alcorn Savannah State University, who compete in the NCAA Division's IFCS team. This is the second meeting of the teams. SSU lost Alcorn 6-34 in 1970. In their first meeting, the Alcorn State Braves are on a 3-winning streak until last week. Savannah State had also stringed a similar run of wins. Savannah State Tigers intend to reignite another streak this weekend. Alcorn State enters the consistent 4-2 on the season after a 35-7 win against Alabama State. This has been your WTRT Tigers World News Update for Friday, October 11th. I am Destin Howard. Thank you for watching.